Veronica's father, Bob, and brother Cooper join me tonight. And Bob, I want to start with you. What do you want people to know about your daughter?
Veronica was a smart kid. She loved life. She played water polo with a passion. Her teammates loved her. They put a tribute on for her the other night that several hundred people showed up at. Veronica was just a smart, courageous little girl who grew up to be a young woman that everyone liked and wanted to be around.
And Cooper, she was your older sister. What kind of a sister was she?
She was really protective. She did a lot of things for my brother and I. Like she'd go Christmas present shopping. She'd pick out all my birthday presents. She'd get food for us. She always watched over us. She'd give us rides whenever we needed them. She was fantastic. I mean, yeah, she was a great older sister.
Does any of this seem real to you at this point, Cooper?
It's been crazy. It's hard to get off my mind. It's all I've really been thinking about.
Of course.
Honestly.
Bob, I understand that the night of the shooting, you did not hear from Veronica like you normally would, and you went online. You actually tracked her cell phone and realized that it was in the middle of the crime scene. What did you do then?
Well, we went and sat by the edge of the crime scene for about 3 or 4 hours. We checked in with the sheriffs from time to time, but they weren't in a position where they could say anything decisive, so we had to wait until probably about 4 hours until sunrise, until they took us around the corner into a Catholic church, sat us down with a couple of pastors and another sheriff, and just said we can now confirm that Veronica was lost.
I was struck, Bob, by something you said about Veronica. You said that she was the kind of person who would have wanted to help this young man, this shooter. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
I don't know what the name for him in school today is. We used to call them nerds when I was in high school. The bookish types who were more interested in calculus than being cool or popular. Those were the kids that Veronica reached out to and were attracted to her.
They were the kids that, kept to themselves, like somewhat antisocial sometimes. She really reached out to those kind of people, and it's a shame because he was targeting the exact opposite kind of person. And she was a person who'd reach out to someone.
And they were drawn to her.
Yeah, they were drawn to her, and Veronica was drawn to them. Like this kid came up to me at the water polo thing, the pool, and he said not very many people liked me at school, and said Veronica was one of the few people who was kind to her, and that just speaks volumes on what kind of person she was. How she would reach out to people who weren't getting the kind of love and affection they deserved, and that's why I feel like she would have liked this kid. She would have tried to be nice to him. Would have tried to hang out with him. She would definitely not have rejected him. My sister was not that kind of person at all.
I spoke last night to Christopher Martinez's dad, and one of the things that he said was that lots of people are offering their condolences, of course, and that he wanted to reach out to the parents of this young man who committed this horrific crime, in that in their grief, no one would probably be offering them condolences. And Bob, I understand you actually feel for the parents of this young man as well.
Of course. The parents are in a terrible situation. Neither the boy, Elliot, or his parents ever chose to have mental illness be a dominant part of their life. And they've been struggling for Elliot's entire life, I'm sure, with all kinds of challenges. We're not angry at them.
Cooper, I read something that I think one of your aunts said. She said that your sister was the only person she knew who preferred the weather in Seattle, where she was born, to the weather in California. Is that true?
Yeah. She loved the rainy weather. I'd get in the car with her when she'd be giving me a ride somewhere before I started driving, before she went to college, and she'd have the air conditioning blasting 60 degrees, and I'd tell her I'm freezing. She said, well, I love Seattle weather. So yeah, she loved the cold weather. So she loved snowboarding and all kinds of stuff like that.
And I think that we had a prom picture, I think, of her. Is that you in the picture, Cooper, as well?
It is.
Do you remember that day?
I do remember that day. She looked beautiful.